I got V and Candice right quick before we go to the break. So V, you got your book. We'll talk about it in the next hour. Say hello to everybody and give me a short on your book right quick.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, everybody. It's V Harris, Chicago-based journalist and author of Hood Healing.
Hood Healing. That's the name of your book.
That's the name of the book.
Hood Healing. Hood Healing.
You like that, AC?
I like that. Hood Healing. You gonna heal the hood.
I'm healing the hood.
Come on now. We need some hood healing.
That's what we doing.
There you go.
It goes over the intergenerational trauma in Chicago and the deeply rooted pain that Black folks experience and how that falls out to what we're seeing in the city right now. The influx in violence, carjackings, pains, teen pregnancy, opioid crisis, you name it.
Hey, Candice is in the studio too. Hey, Candice.
Hey, AC, how are you?
So, Candice, I'm going to be there this coming Friday with you all. And I'm looking forward to taking a pic video with Julius Irving, Dr. J. So what I'm gonna do, Lisa E, I'm gonna bring me one of them little bitty basketballs I can hold in one hand like this, and I'm gonna come up on Dr. J and like, yeah, and I'm gonna take the picture just like that. You know he's gonna be towering over me, but I'm gonna dunk on Dr. J. I promise you, I'm gonna dunk on Friday.
That's kind of how you would have to do it, because on the court, I don't think it would go that smooth.
It can't go that. So you gonna have Dr. J Friday?
Yes, Dr. J will be at Blue Chip Casino here supporting our annual Black Tie Gala for the Anthony Adams House. Anthony Adams House is having their annual Black Tie Gala titled Their Second Home Fundraiser. Let me give you a little backstory about Anthony Adams House. Anthony Adams is my father, who passed away June 4th, 2015 of a heart attack. I founded this program after him. The program is for homeless and runaway youth between the ages of 14 through 17. I was a runaway youth myself. This was in the 80s, very different time in the world. But, you know, my father, he was always in my life, so I'm not going to say that when I went through that, that's when he appeared. But when I went through that, just the relationship that we built behind that struggle that I was going through. And so when he passed away, he left a small life insurance policy. And so I just decided to start the organization in honor of him.
Excellent.
And our relationship.
That is excellent.
Yeah, so we've been kicking since 2016. We making some moves now. It's been a journey, but a blessed journey. And so last year, our gala, we had Sugar Ray Leonard out. Sugar Ray Leonard, yes, Sugar Ray. Sugar was my father's favorite boxer. So he came down, did the gala. It was a blessed night, wonderful event. This year, Julius Irving, because he was my father's favorite basketball player.
Yes.
So these galas, they have meanings behind them. So next year it'll be a football theme. But yeah, this year, you know, it's going to be a nice night. We got a couple other celebrities other than Lisa E and AC Green who will be in attendance. We have Mr. Reggie Smith, NFL great. We have Steve Bardo, a retired NBA player, Montel Ice Griffin, and Doc Nicholson. Both of those are Olympians in the boxing arena. And then we have Mr. Sean White. He is one of Lisa's artists, so he will be in attendance also. And then locally, I have some greats that's going to help out. That's Mr. Don Red Rod Thomas. He is a poet. Last year, he wrote a poem for Sugar Ray Leonard, and it is now published in a book of greats.
Very good.
Yes. So, and he tore it down. So I'm really waiting to see what he's going to do for Dr. J. And then local Dion Campbell. He's going to be my co-host while Lisa works the crowd.
There you go.
Her MCing.
And this is Friday.
This is Friday here.
Are there tickets left?
There are tickets left. There's some small sponsorship opportunities left also, but tickets are on sale at Eventbrite. I keep making that joke. You know, all my family and friends that's listening, you got to get the tickets this time. You know, we not doing too many freebies this.
There you go. And what about the people that want to be sponsors?
So people that want sponsors, you can contact me through the website aa-house.org, or you can call me 219-214-6505 if you're interested in being a sponsor. But yeah, you know, the program, the Homeless and Runaway Youth Program, that is so needed right now. I don't think people understand that population and how it's growing. The runaway component, you know, I was a runaway because of conflict in the home. but some of the youth run away because of abuse or neglect in their home settings. So Anthony Adams House, it is a nationwide program, but we are here.
Nationwide, so let us see that picture. So nationwide, what happens? What do you do nationwide?
So if a youth, let's say a youth is in Chicago and they run away, they can contact us through our website, through my phone number 219-214-6505, and we will, depending on what's going on, if they're thinking about running away, we can try to come into the home setting, try to mend that fence so that the youth doesn't run away. Put in casework. Now we would be the immediate contact, but then of course we would try to refer them to service closer, because we don't like to move youth out of their comfort zone, out of their comfort environment. But until then,
you'll find them a place to be.
Yes,
and you've been doing this work for how long?
2016.
2016.
2016.
So everybody, this is a nonprofit, obviously.
This is a non-for-profit. You can look us up. We are legit. A couple, they don't kind of understand.
Since 2016, you've been doing this work.
Yes.
So family, how much are the tickets?
Tickets to the gala. The tickets are $50 to $125, and it does include dinner.
All right.
And it's black tie, but I said black tie, but it's more after 5.
Yeah. So you all go grab your tickets and be there. Lisa E is emceeing, and Dr. J is going to be the speaker, the guest speaker.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to get your tickets. So where do they go get the tickets again?
Eventbrite, and you can type in Dr. J, you can type in Julius Irving, you can type in Anthony Adams House, you can type in their second home.
So look at this. So V wrote a book, Hood Healing. I wanna talk about your healing. So you said what got you into this work is what you went through. Was that you that said? Which one of you all said that? No, you.
You said V wrote the book. No.
I'm gonna get to the book.
Oh, you're gonna get to the book.
I'm
Okay,
gonna segue. I'm a master.
When I started the organization after what I went through, I was a runaway youth.
Yeah.
And this was in the 80s, and
no, you gonna do it. I'm gonna walk down your street now. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna be a voyeur into your life.
I'm
so in the 80s, you were a runaway.
Yes. Different world. What I tell parents, I went through that in the 80s, and I think about that all the time, and I said, man, God had his hands on me and he covered me, because from point A to B, anything could have happened. Very different time, but now moving forward, I tell parents all the time, you don't want your kid in the streets trying to figure it out, because it's a lot of different dangers with the trafficking, kids coming up murdered, rape, anything. So don't be afraid to reach out for those services that's out there, and there's no shame in it. I talked to a provider once, and I told her, we were speaking about a community provider, and I just happened to say, well, she was my probation officer when I went through that. And she was like, oh, I wouldn't be telling people that. Well, why not? That's part of my story. That's part of my journey. And comments like that is what have people shamed and not want to reach out to for those services. So yeah, we are here. Like I said, we're a nationwide program. If we can't get to you, that's what our referral program is for. We will contact someone in your area, because if you're like in Tennessee, that's not something we can get to right away.
So a lot of people would want to know, how did you get from being a runaway? What was that next step? What happened?
So the next step was the other parent, Patricia, my mother. So though my mother and father were two very different kind of spirits, my mother was that one that did what had to be done, and it was conflict. I don't want to take anything away from my mother, but it was just conflict between she and I. So it was that tough love. She had to call the police on me. I was arrested. I got sent away for a year. And I grew up a little bit too. I matured. In the 80s, there were not programs like this. So I couldn't see, all I saw was what I was going through at that point. A 14-year-old mind is only going to do what a 14-year-old mind is going to do.